New at 5:30 today, thousands of babies and young children evacuated from the war zone in the final days of the Vietnam War. This year marks 50 years since Operation Babylift, that massive effort to find homes and families for some 3,000 Vietnamese orphans.
And tonight we're catching up with some of those orphans a half-century later, including an Aurora man who had a picture-perfect childhood, all thanks to a loving Colorado family. Fox 31's Jamie Hubbard has the story tonight.
Yeah, he always took pictures of everything.
When your dad is a professional photographer who's worked for newspapers and National Geographic, you can count on thousands of life's moments being captured on film.
He built a darkroom in his basement, so he's always had us in there helping him develop his films.
Which explains why John Cupp has no shortage of pictures from his upbringing. His photojournalist dad, David, was there to document it all, even the moment John stepped off an airplane from Vietnam, an orphan, no more.
And then Beth, they adopted too. She came later.
John was born in Vietnam. He never knew his birth father, who was likely an American GI fighting the war, or his birth mother, a Vietnamese woman. According to the story John's always been told, he was abandoned along the side of the road somewhere in Vietnam.
Me and I think two other kids that were a little older.
Mercifully, while out on patrol, some American soldiers happened to find him and the two other kids on that roadside.
And they took us, because we were abandoned, and took us to a nun that they knew had an orphanage, and from there the nun took us to the orphanage.
Had they not found him, the chances of him finding a home and family in Vietnam weren't great.
If my parents didn't adopt me, I probably wouldn't be here today.
During and after the Vietnam War, an estimated 100,000 so-called Amerasian children were born. Kids born to Vietnamese mothers and American soldiers, almost always left behind when U.S. troops returned home from war and rejected in a country where they didn't look like everyone else.
They had more trouble getting adopted and getting fed first. The orphanage was already limited on food, so if there was any food left, rice water, then we were the last stages of actually being given food.
Thankfully, John wouldn't be in the orphanage for long. When photojournalist David Cupp was on assignment in 1972 taking these photos of orphans in Vietnam, he decided one of them belonged back home in Denver with his family.
They really just said, hey, we'll take one of the babies that's, in survival mode right now, so.
If anything, John's childhood experiences inspired him. It was the story of those American soldiers who found him on the side of the road as a baby that motivated him to join the Army himself, where he spent more than 2 decades serving his country.
So I just recently retired like 2 years ago.
He was also inspired by his dad, who died a couple of years ago, but whose photos will forever tell the story of a loving family brought together by, of all things, the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I was a lucky kid.